Hello guys, welcome back to another video where today I will hopefully be showing you guys how to make a obby in Roblox Studio. Okay, so first of all I just want to very quickly apologise. I have not uploaded for quite a while now. I did originally want to start again after the new year, but I thought I might as well start a series now. Just a quick announcement I guess for the channel. I'm going to be mainly doing tutorials over the Christmas period as Roblox is going through a couple of technical difficulties for me. So whenever that's whenever that's fixed, hopefully I'll start doing some Roblox videos again, which will be absolutely amazing because I haven't done any for a very, very long time. So this is probably going to be a series. I don't quite know how many parts, maybe 6 to 7. But on the 7th, I will release the game and you guys will be able to test it. But today, what I want to do is set up some basic scripts. So today, what we're going to need is a main sort of obby style. So I think I'm going to go with low poly. So what I'm going to very quickly do is hop into Blender and build a border type thing that you see in simulators, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it didn't take me too long to sort of make a very basic design. This is the design I think I'm going to be going for. I will release this as a model in the description below of this video so that you guys can get it. The sizing of it can obviously be adjusted, but I've just did this in literally about 5 to 6 minutes. So it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. So that is all good. So I'm just going to very quickly shrink it down to the size that I want it. I think that'll pretty much be okay. I might just rotate this. Yeah, there's a couple of issues here. Let me very quickly. Okay, double-sided doesn't. Let me expand. There is going to be a couple of issues with it, but other than that, it doesn't look too bad. So I'm now going to sort of just place them around in a sort of simulator type sort of style that I want my area to look. So most simulators go with, and obbies go with a style like this, tall and then small. Something similar to this. Let me copy these. Actually, what I might do very quickly is just group so that then it's all organized. By the way, the shortcut for grouping is Control G. I didn't know that in my early days of Roblox, and I kept on having to right click and then clicking group here, but that's not needed as of now. So I'm just going to Control R. Control R is like rotate, and scale is, I don't actually know if there's a shortcut for scale, but there is. It's Control 3 for scale, like that. Didn't know that. Control 2 for select is Control 1, move is Control 2, scale is Control 3, and rotate is Control 4. I am probably not going to be using most of those during this sort of series, but I am going to be using a couple of them. So you may see me using those keybinds quite a lot. There is also a setting, obviously, I can change the keybinds, which I might do at some point to Alt, because I use Alt a lot more than I do Control. But yeah, as you can tell, there is absolutely no way anyone is going to be able to glitch through any of this. That's essentially what you want, so that nobody goes outside of your map, because if they do, then that is not good at all for anybody. So you really don't want that, because otherwise they'll be able to expose it on YouTube, and that's not what you want. So as you can tell, this is quite bland at the moment. So I'm just going to lift it up a little bit so that there's plenty of room to do a base. So I would recommend trying to find a texture for your grass. I haven't personally got one designed, but I might hop into paint.net for my next video and sort of explain the process of how you would want to make the texture if you did want to make a texture, because as of now I'm just going to make it smooth plastic and light green like this. It looks kind of like grass, but there's obviously a lot of things I can do to make it better. But as of now, we're just going to go with this. If you wanted to, because you think it looks too sort of identical, then I recommend just scaling some of them up, maybe adjusting the position on some of them, like that for example, and then doing the same all around. I am personally going to do that just so that it doesn't look so sort of organized, because I don't really want this game to be organized, I want it to be detailed. So I'm going to very quickly hop and do this, and I'll be back with you guys when I've done it. Right, okay, I haven't really done much on this front. I just need to finish off on this side, I guess, shrinking and expanding. It's quite simple. You just want to adjust the ones that you think look a bit too sort of, like here for example. Just bring that forward, and I'll bring that one back a little bit. There you go. So it doesn't 100% look identical, because that's not what you really want, because otherwise it will look very, very, very odd. So I'm just going to expand this a little bit, and then I'm going to expand that, and then that looks pretty much perfect. At the end of this series, I am hopefully going to be releasing the game, and I may put some Robux into advertising, but I am going to do a lot of work on the game before I publish it, obviously, so that it's as good as it possibly can be. Now, so what we're going to do now is sort out basic leader stats. Now, leader stats are one of the most important things you need in an obby, so that it saves your progress, or if you wanted to sort of make it sort of the Tower of Hell, where after 10 minutes of a obby, it sort of resets you and you have to go back to, you got to try and redo it, and it just stores your wins in a data store. I think I might try and make a game similar to that. So as you join game, as you can tell, I'm probably going to end up spawning off the sort of build, because I haven't actually put a spawn location, and as you can tell, it is not anchored at all. That's something you might want to check. But first of all, I just want to show you is that in players, that's what you link your script to, players, and then inside of your avatar, you've got 4 sort of folders, and that's a script folder, that is a GUI, that is tool sort of storage, I guess. But what we want to do is we want to do an instance.new command, which adds in a new leader stats section, and it just goes above backpack due to it having that's how it sort of organizes it. So I'm going to very quickly hop back into test mode and sort out the... Okay, so it didn't take me too long to log out of the test mode. I just had to very quickly restart my Roblox Studio so that I could get to where I am now. So what we want to do is for leader stats is we want to very quickly scroll all the way down. Want to click on server script service. Now, server script service may have a script in here called handler. These are randomly generated by Roblox so that it loads in certain aspects or chunks, I guess you could call it. And Roblox just automatically adds them in. So you don't really need to worry about them. I don't recommend deleting them either, as I think it may end up sort of crashing your game, I guess, because it doesn't really load the chunks properly, especially if you're on a lower end device. So I do recommend not deleting them if it says handler on them. So what you want to do is you want to scroll all the way down from your Explorer workspace, sorry, to server script service, and you want to click this little plus button here, and you won't be able to see my display, but what you want to click is you want to search. If it's not already at the top, you want to search for a script. Then it will insert a script, and you'll have the print hello world button already inside of your script. So what we want to do is just delete that for now, and then you want to rename your script. So a shortcut for renaming the script, you just want to sort of have it selected, then click F2 so that it does that. Then you want to rename it to whatever you want to name it. I'm going to personally name it to leader stats, because a bit of a typo there, leader stats, there we go. So now we have the leader stats sort of prepared, we are now going to begin scripting. Okay, so I do apologise, I did just have to go and very quickly restart my Roblox Studio again. There was a small issue with my script not spawning, sort of typing as I was typing it, so it should all be ready now. So what you want to do is first you want to write game.players.player added connect. Oh, spelled connect wrong there. Connect function. This function is also used whenever you want to do GUIs, but obviously it's not the same form. So then you want to put player inside the brackets. Then it will create an automatic end here, which is extremely useful. because it essentially ends your script. So if you remove that, then the script will not function and you'll just get a very long error in the output section here. So you really don't want that. So just so you guys know, in case you wanted to understand the script, this game links you to the actual game whenever it loads in. .players looks for a local player. .player added, which is the player. Connect function player. That looks for the player. So next we want to do is local leader stats. We're setting up a variable here equals instance.new. Oh, why isn't that working? Let me redo that. Instance.new. And then you just want to create a new folder because that's what goes inside of the actual player. And you want to do leader stats dot name. I personally recommend naming this leader stats because that's what it actually is, but you can pretty much name it whatever you like. Obviously it can't be named scripts because that will bug pretty much 90% of the scripts, and also it can't be named anything too difficult that has something like that, because whenever you try and find the variable for it, for example, it's going to be almost impossible to remember unless you've got an amazing memory. So I'm just going to name mine leader stats for now. It doesn't really matter, sorry, how it is, but yeah, leader stats dot parent parents equals player. So now, as you can tell, we've got the first few lines of code ready to go. What we're next going to do is the wins int value inside of the side section, which will come in the game on the side here, which would have all the names and also the leader stats, which will be amazing. So next we're going to create another variable, which is going to be called wins here. And we want to instance.new int value wins dot name equals wins, and then I have very quickly I've broken that. There we go, all fixed. Just so you know, if you wanted to do a very quick sort of skip, you just need to click tab and then it will jump straight away to the next indent, which is extremely useful in case you mess up an indent, for example. Leader stats, right. I recommend having a gap in between just so that it looks a lot more organized and professional. So now what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly just spawn into the game here. Hopefully our player will join. As you can tell, an arrow has appeared, which means there must be something inside of the players now. And as you can tell, my avatar has appeared. So now we're going to check. Look at that. A new file has now been created inside, and it literally is called leader stats. And it even has the int value called wins, which has obviously created this section here on the side, which is amazing because now whenever I get a win, so for example, if this is 9, it changes my win value to 9, or if I was to get 200,000, sorry, there we go. Let's just go 2,000 for now. That's pretty much fine. And you don't really need much. I doubt anyone will get more wins than 2,000 in the first, let's say, 3 months of your game being launched. But I am also hopefully going to be making a command which will be like something I give, and then it'll be like the user, I would say 9 scale, 2,000. I'll just do that, and then it'll add that automatically to my values, but only obviously it will be available for certain players, which I hope will happen sometime in the future. Now this video has been quite a long and lengthy video, but I do hope you did enjoy it. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.